All right, let's talk about a communication tool that gets a pretty bad rap, the passive voice. Now, you've probably been told it's weak or, a bit sneaky, but what if I told you it's actually a strategic choice? A secret weapon, even. It's a way to make your message sharper, more formal, and laser focused. Let's dive in and see how it really works. So, let's start with this. Imagine you hear someone say, "My car was stolen yesterday." It's straight to the point, right? It's dramatic. And it tells you the single most important thing, that the car is gone. But notice what's not the focus here. Exactly. We have no idea who stole it. And in that moment, does it even matter? Not really. The passive voice is perfect for this because it puts the spotlight right on the action and on the thing that was affected, the car, especially when the person who did the action is a complete unknown.
Okay, so to really master this, we first got to understand the fundamental difference between the two sides of the coin, the active voice and its powerful counterpart, the passive voice. So with a passive voice, the subject of the sentence isn't the one doing anything, it's the one receiving the action. It's a really simple but powerful shift in perspective. You're basically moving the focus from the doer of the action to the receiver. Let's look at a classic example. In the active voice, you've got "the dog chased the ball." Simple. The dog is the hero of that sentence. It's doing the action. But if we flip it to the passive voice, it becomes "the ball was chased by the dog." See what happened? All of a sudden, the ball is the main character. Our focus shifts from who's chasing to what's being chased. Okay, so how do we actually build one of these sentences? It's way easier than you might think. There's a basic formula that honestly works every single time. Here it is, the simple recipe. You take your subject, you add the correct form of the verb to be, like is, are, was, were, and then you finish it with the past participle of your main verb. Words like spoken, written, or built. That's it. That's the key. And here's the really cool thing about that formula. It's flexible. It totally adapts, whether you're talking about the past, the present, or the future. Let's take a look at how it works across a few different tenses. Okay, for things that happen regularly, we use the present simple. So, the active sentence, "people speak English," becomes "English is spoken." The verb to be becomes is, and speak turns into its past participle, spoken. See? The formula's already doing its thing. And this brings us right back to where we started. For an action that's finished, something in the past, the verb to be just changes to was or were. So, "someone stole my car" flips to "my car was stolen." The focus lands squarely on the car and what happened to it. So what about actions that are happening right now? Easy. We just add one little word, being. So "they are building a new bridge" becomes "a new bridge is being built." This lets us know the action is still in progress, but it keeps our attention on the bridge itself. And for the future, the formula is just as clean. We use "will be" plus that past participle. "They will solve the problem" transforms into "the problem will be solved." Notice how that just sounds a little more official? It focuses entirely on the solution, not who's doing the solving. So we know how to build it. But the real power, the real magic, comes from knowing why and when to use it. This isn't just about grammar, you guys. This is a narrative strategy. Let's break down the 4 key moments where the passive voice is absolutely your best bet. This is where you get to be a master communicator. You choose the passive voice on purpose. First, use it when the doer is a complete mystery, like with the stolen wallet. Second, use it when the doer is just obvious. I mean, the criminal was arrested. Of course the police did it. Third, and this is a big one, you use it to put all the emphasis on the event itself, like a huge scientific discovery. And finally, it's pretty much the standard in formal and scientific writing, because there, the process is the star of the show, not the person doing it. But hang on, what if you're using the passive voice, but you still want to mention who did the action? Because it's important information. You can totally do that. You just need to call in a little secret agent, the by phrase. Check this out. The bridge was designed.
That's a complete sentence. But by adding by a famous engineer, we get this crucial piece of context, all while keeping the main focus exactly where we want it, on the bridge. The bridge is still the star, but now we know the genius behind it. Okay, pop quiz. Your turn for a quick challenge. Here's an active sentence. My sister baked this delicious cake. So how would you use the passive voice to flip this around and put the spotlight on that amazing cake? Take a second and think about it. Did you get it? The answer is, this delicious cake was baked by my sister. Now the cake is the subject. It's front and center. We've totally shifted the focus. But by adding by my sister, we still give credit where credit is due. See? Perfect.
So, as it turns out, the passive voice isn't really passive at all, is it? It's an active, deliberate choice. It's about controlling your narrative and telling a story with incredible precision. So the real question isn't if you should use it, it's what part of your story truly deserves the spotlight. What will you choose to emphasize?